Namaste, this is Henry. I am at the Samadhi of Sri Yukteswar at the Karara Ashram in Puri with Yvonne Tesler. And we're talking about the Autobiography of a Yogi. When I was 14-year-old in 1964, I read that book, and for the first time it introduced me to saint that could levitate, saint that could live without food, and saint that could enter super consciousness, samadhi state. It introduced me to Ramana Maharishi, who's now my main teacher. So I met Yvonne here, and I would like Yvonne to tell me about her story with the autobiography. So, Yvonne, when was the first time you read about the autobiography?
It was in 2008. I lived in Hong Kong that time, and when I was reading it, it had a deep impact immediately on me. Like, it was soothing me, calming me, or deeply touched me. And to that extent that I was hanging pictures of Sri Yukteswar and Paramahansa Yogananda on my wall for over a year. So I adopted them somehow as my gurus.
So would you say that reading the autobiography made a great impression to your heart so that eventually you came to India and the Karara Ashram to learn about Kriya Yoga?
Definitely. When I arrived here in the Karara Ashram, I knew that is my gurus and that I have to get initiated to Kriya Yoga. And then I got initiated by Yogeshwar and Nandagiri, and since then I realized the benefits of Kriya Yoga. And
so, ladies and gentlemen, this is just one example of millions of examples of people whose life has been touched and changed by reading the autobiography of a yogi. But first, if you have not read that book, read it. It is life-changing. I read it myself the first time in 1964, and it introduced me to all the great masters, master that levitate, master that did not eat for years at a time, master that could enter state of altered consciousness that we call samadhi. My beloved sister read it when she was 14-year-old, and now 40 years later, it's still the book by the side of her bed.